Hey everybody, today I'm going to be deviating from the usual because, well, this figure is a bit different from the others I've reviewed so far. What I mean by that is, you know how I've started my review showing you what all comes in the package. Well, here's the total amount of backdrops and accessories that come with this figure. Here it is. This is it. One little stand for a flimsy looking cardboard backdrop. That's it. So you might be asking yourself, what's the deal? The other figures in this line have all come with really cool stands and accessories. Why'd they cheap out on this one? The answer is they didn't. If you watch my Green Goblin review, you know what's coming. It's the Juggernaut. Seriously, look at this guy. He's huge. He's taller than most of the other figures are on their bases, including Goblin. The other thing I want to talk about, and this is kind of hard to show you over video, is his weight. This guy is 3 pounds. That's heavy. That's almost twice as heavy as these guys with all of their equipment attached. They couldn't give this guy a traditional base because he'd crush it. Now that the initial wow factor is off, let's take a look at the modeling of this figure. This is my favorite version of Juggernaut. Classic huge guy in goofy red outfit with a barbecue lid on his head. None of that stupid movie Juggernaut who looked like he barged out of a Flintstones episode. I love the boots here. They look straight out of the 60s and 70s. But, Jugs, was it really necessary to pull on a pair of triple XL women's panties over this get-up? They look like they're really working overtime keeping the little jugs in place. Oh well, it fits with the rest of the costume, which is really reminds me of the old style Juggernaut, which I like. The only real complaint I have about the design is a really nitpicky, nerdy one. In the comics, Juggernaut is powered by a magical gem called the Jewel of Sidorak. It would have been nice to include that somewhere on the figure, but again, that's a very nerdy nitpick. One thing I do love is the malicious grin they gave him. That's a look that says, I break people and property in large quantities and really enjoy it. Okay, now that we've gone over the design, let's take a look at the articulation and poses. Not to beat a dead horse, but like the other figures in this line, Juggernaut doesn't have a whole lot of articulation here. I tried in vain to get him to do some sort of running pose or charging pose like this, but it doesn't work. He's just too heavy. But otherwise, he does stand quite well on his own. He's in no danger of tipping over or bumping, so he doesn't really need a stand or anything. While we're on that subject, I'd like to talk about this stand. Now, I'm not going to complain too much about something I can easily ignore, but why was this included? It serves no real purpose. Look what happens when I put Juggernaut in front of it. You can barely see the thing, so what's the point? The other thing is this is actually two-sided. Now this front part shows just, destruction from, I guess, Juggernaut's rampage or something, but the flip side, what's going on here? Is that an explosion? Is God coming out of the clouds? Did he punch someone so hard they went supernova? What's going on here? I don't know. I'm not going to be using this when I display him, but other than that, get on to what I think about him compared to the other figures I have. So after all that, how does this figure stack up to the others? Does he beat my current favorite Green Goblin? Well, no. While he is a really cool figure due to his size, that's about it. His hands are filled in like Wolverine's, so he can't grab anything or any other characters, and the poses he can do are just so-so. I still really like this figure though, and he definitely looks impressive wherever you decide to display him. Alright, that about covers it. I'll see you next time to review The Man Without Fear. See you then.